Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well considering everything that's going on. I honestly took a break from posting these past 2 weeks just to get my thoughts and emotions together. While I had content planned for the next few weeks, I honestly felt like I wanted to say something that matters, if that makes sense. I think with everything going on, I feel like we have everyone's attention. People are listening, people are reading, people are trying to be understanding, and I feel like this seems to be at least the first time in a while where people are listening for once, sadly. I think it makes me the angriest that I had to take someone dying to get your attention and to understand that there is an issue going on. But regardless, I just wanted to kind of take some time to gather my thoughts and emotions and post something that could potentially help someone else. I first just want to send love and light to everyone. I know it's really been a really emotional few weeks. I'll be honest, just kind of even in my household, my whole mood and tone and attitude has just been off. I don't know if it's just a combination of being tired and angry and losing sleep and things like that. I've been just kind of praying for God to just not harden my heart. I think it's easy for that to happen with all these things going on, and I think instead of just spending my time on social media, just kind of taking a break just for quiet, for prayer, for learning, for research. I think it's such a complex problem. You know, you don't know if it's like a heart issue, if it's a political issue, if it's a community issue, if it's like a mindset issue, if it's a policy issue, so many things. And I think we're all just trying to break it down to say, okay, what can I do to change? What can I do to help? What ways can I be there for someone? Those are all valid questions. What honestly has also helped me is realizing that I can't change anyone, and that I feel like the person has to be open to understand and be empathetic and not be ignorant or in denial. And unfortunately, there are some people that are out there like that, and I have to realize, as much as I get angry sometimes when I read people's posts, talking about ways to help is going to fall on deaf ears if people don't realize that there is an issue going on. And before I even get started, I just want to say who this video is not for. If you think there are no racial injustices in America, this video is not for you. If you think it was okay for it to take 2 months for the murderers of Ahmaud Arbery to get arrested, this video is not for you. If you think that it's okay for Breonna's attackers to still be free weeks later, this video is not for you. If your response to Black Lives Matter starts with "but," this video is not for you. If you believe that all cops are bad, if you believe being pro-black means being anti-white, this video is also not for you. Well, I can go on forever of different cases over the past several years of situations of police brutality, racial injustice, and social injustice. I want to say that my hope is to speak with people who are about love and harmony and peace, for people that have a heart for other people, for people who want to take actionable steps in the areas of equality and injustice. So if that's you, please keep watching. I really do believe that when we come together in unity and harmony and just humanity, I think we can get so much more done and accomplished. So in light of keeping this video short, I'm going to provide 5 ways to fight social injustice. Number 1 is to donate. And I went to provide my donation. I saw that a lot of times the asked amount was met and exceeded by different donations. You saw people donating $100, $25, $500, and the thought of every little bit counts definitely applies here. So if you are able to, definitely donate to these funds. If you go on just GoFundMe.com, it has the top campaigns. It separates it by organization or by cause, so you can go and click on the fund that you would like to donate to. Be anonymous, you can put your name, you can put a note on there after you make your donation, and I think that's definitely probably the easiest way to do it, because you click, put in your card number, and it's done within 2 to 3 minutes. Number 2 is to get involved. I've included some links to some organizations in the description box below. One I recently signed up for is the actionpack.com, and I came across them on Facebook, I believe, and we were signing the petition for George Floyd to get the officers arrested. It was literally as simple as inputting my email address. Now I get emails all the time from them just with updates on things that they've been working on, different policies that they're working on. They just started the grassroots movement that's providing just resources and insight to fighting social injustice. And I also signed up for a few other organizations just to get email updates, and they provide opportunities for volunteers. So I encourage you to sign up for one, if not multiple, subscriptions to these organizations in order to stay connected and learn how you can get involved in the community. Step 3 would be to read and research. So whether it's reading, movies, I would recommend just kind of reading and researching. I think that's the number one thing that you should do and you can do. And I feel like a lot of times people have opinions on social media, but oftentimes they're not educated opinions, which are the worst ones. So my thought is to definitely read, critical think, put some thought behind it, have those conversations, research and understand. And I feel like a lot of times just doing research and getting educated is definitely step 1 when we're trying to fight social injustice. Tip number 4 is to vote. I think that's the simplest one that we've all heard of time and time again. Even people of color, it's important because this is a right that we had to fight for and that we didn't always have. And if I understand correctly, women didn't always have this right either. And I feel like it would have been fought in vain if you don't use your voice in your vote. I honestly have recently uncovered some really good resources. I believe the website was vote411.org, but essentially you just go on there and you put in your zip code or your address, I believe, and it pulls up the representatives that are running for federal and local offices, and you can kind of read their responses to different questions, their stance on things. They have a picture of some of the representatives up there, and it gives just some insight into who the candidates are, in addition to kind of doing your own research online and learning about them. Voting blindly for these individuals based on party may not be the best thing, but I do believe that knowing who you're putting in there and knowing what their background is and knowing what they stand for is 100% important. And number 5 would be supporting Black-owned businesses. I think we all know that money is power, and economic growth is important for small businesses, small Black businesses, and putting our dollar in those businesses to see growth and for us to have a seat at the table is an awesome way to support the Black community. I included some Black-owned sustainable fashion brands, and I will actually be reviewing one next week, which is Cece's Closet. I got some cool pieces from them, and I'm really excited to just learn more about other sustainable fashion brands that are Black owned, and we'll continue to feature them on this channel, and I'll try to add more brands as I learn about them. Lastly, and this is kind of like a bonus one, so number 6 is just to show empathy. I think at the end of the day, the Black community, and I can definitely speak to myself, I feel like at the end of the day, it's just important to be empathetic to someone. Just because you haven't experienced a certain situation or experience certain prejudices in your life doesn't mean that you can't empathize or talk or speak with someone. I think it's important just to kind of like get outside of yourself and not be selfish and try to understand someone else's perspective. I would also listen more than you speak. I think oftentimes we can learn better that way. And and not be afraid to have those conversations. Hey, I'm just checking on you. 6 words. 6 words to start the conversation, that's it. So I'm hoping that these tips helped you. I wanted to simplify it enough to say, hey, these 5 things are great ways that you can help and you can get right to it, and I feel like it wouldn't take long at all. Please let me know how you're doing in the comments below. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. If there are any other resources or websites or organizations that you know about that you want to provide some information on, please let me know again in the comments. I really hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been just a roller coaster just of emotions these past few weeks, and just sending all the love and light, and see you in the next video.